Hello class, how are you today? So, since we're doing the French Revolution, I thought one interesting thing to do would be to look at, the news of the day, like we look at it. And the thing is, the issue is that we didn't have news back then. People wrote to each other, they wrote pamphlets or books about events, but they had no way of showing it through the news like we do today. So, I thought a fun thing would be to show what I think the news would look like during the French Revolution. I can't say what it would look like, but here's my idea. Coming to you live from Wood of France, I am Vincenzo Emmanuel, and this is the new French Republican news. Today's current events. The King and Queen were executed for treason. The man of the hour who brought this to culmination was a Mr. Robespierre. You might remember him from last week, when previously we reported on the fact that he called for a march on Versailles and congratulated the women marchers. So the King and Queens, our former heads of state, are now instead heads in a bucket. Instead, the new man of the hour, who is taking control of the Committee of Public Safety, is Robespierre, who will be now acting to keep security and governance in the provinces and protect us from foreign enemies. In recent news, Robespierre has been called a dictator by some of his opponents, who charge that he has been running a reign of terror as bodies continue to mount from the purification process of the Republic. So far, the death tolls are in the thousands. We can't quite tell how many bodies there are, but the heads keep stacking up. Coming to you live from what appears to be a closet, this is French Republican News. In domestic stories, Robespierre has continued guillotining opponents non-stop. The death toll has reached astronomical proportions. Opponents have begun calling for its removal from the Committee of Public Safety, and if that happens, maybe we can get a better news station than this closet. Coming to you live from Wood of France, this is French Republican News. In recent domestic stories, the Directory has started closing down Jacobin clubs and media associations. Unfortunately, this will mean that this studio is being closed after today's date. On happier news story, the Directory was nearly murdered as a whole by an angry mob in the city of Paris. Unfortunately, this mob was wiped out by an artillery barrage brought on by an officer by the name of Napoleon Bonaparte. Well, it's only a matter of time until they are brought down one way or another. And on that note, I sign off. Thank you all for watching.
Gold teeth and a curse for this town, we're all in my mouth.